Hey everyone, welcome to the topic of chain catching. I've made my way here to Highlands on purpose because there's some alphas around. You got the Graveler random spawn here, you got a few aggressive Pokemon here, you got the Gudra here. But what I want to show you of now is the concept of chain catching, which is when a catch fails, it breaks out, and then you attempt to catch again before it does anything else. So let's see if I can get a good chain going here. We start with backstrike because it's the easiest that way with catch odds. Unfortunately, my catch odds are too good with a fully completed game. So, that's why I'm here for the Gudra, which is usually one of the hardest things to catch over here. I'm just checking if there's nothing that I want to miss. So, I approach the alpha like this because it's hard. And hopefully we get a good chain going. So you see how that's shaking. And what I've done there is I've timed the time of it appearing again and the start of the hitbox being touchable again. The state change of going to aggressive, as you can see, it takes a little bit before that happens. Unfortunately, I have failed my timing now. But you see how I was able to attempt this catch 5 times before I have to do anything else. That is the kind of like way to chain catch. And it is a very, very, very important tool if you want to get a lot of attempts in very, very quickly. If you have like already given it a raspberry or so to boost the catching odds, if you have a good ball. And it's like, what? Oh yeah. If that happens, you're fucked. Don't deal with other Pokemon if you can. I might just catch them away for now, so I can show you that better. But the important thing is, oh my god, it really doesn't want to go in. Maybe you will, so I have more space to the side. Yes, but essentially, this breakout moment. Sometimes if I threw it too early there, and now it caught. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I can catch a Pokeball in rank 10. That's just broken. And also my second catch ever of that Pokemon. But the important thing is I can do this over and over until I fail the timing. It is a very, very strict timing. Please go practice like I have done there with that Pokemon. Please go practice that because it is such an important tool to be able to master and then have an easier time catching Pokemon with. Another option to actually try this on with a lot more leniency is, for example, that Magnezone up there. Flying Pokemon tend to be a bit harder to catch, like the Magnezone. Of course, you might only have like Feather Balls in a run. I have Jet Balls, which are way better catch boost anyway, so it's probably gonna catch first try, but in general, that is the sort of like guide you should follow when it comes to trying to catch things as best as you can. One or more Pokemon I can show this on is probably this Steelix over here. So I'll let this thing make some noise, attract the Steelix, so I can have an easier time going around, and I failed. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, getting into a chain catch in itself is already hard enough. That's like part of the difficulty. So let's try again with a breviary approach. There we go. Now I've initiated and I caught it. Fuck. It's really hard to show you with such high level. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate that these catches keep going in. I pop Pokeballs for this exact reason. I probably should have picked up Feather Balls at this point. That might probably be better, but we still have more Pokemon up here that are a bit harder to chain catch. I don't think any of this is hard. No. That Alpha only spawns. Ooh. No, Geodude is easy to catch. There's no way that's gonna be hard to catch. There's no way. But let's see. Do we insta-catch a flying Pokemon? Which is essentially the easiest form of chain catching. Where you just kind of like wait for it to break out. You can even like, you don't even need to pre-fire a ball. But if it doesn't do the short hop like it does there, then you can essentially like get ready to throw another ball. But in this case, of course, that failed again. In terms of, you know, it is actually good that I got that, but I think you know what I mean. If this catches immediately, I'll try to show it again on the... Yep. Hey, another grabbler. Perfect. Maybe they'll give you more than one attempt. They're easy to catch, so probably not. The entire alpha deboost does not exist when you are rank 10, which is why they're so easy to catch. So, let's try it on Alpha Golem. It essentially is easy to catch as a non-alpha Pokemon. To the catch rate. So yeah, it's gonna break out, and essentially what I'm aiming for is when it has broken out, the ball should be in its hitbox. Any later, and you bonk. Any earlier, and you kind of like just miss the catch. Those are the principles. Let me go back and forth again to initiate another catching attempt. Oh wow, that got aggressive at me. Alright, that wasn't even backstrike, and it worked. Unfortunate. Yeah, I keep struggling with the fact that I've completed this game. But I hope the principles are applicable to you. Please practice this. If you have a less completed game, please practice. It's gonna be easier to practice because it's gonna be harder to catch things. And yeah, that is the chain catching strategy that we have. It is extremely powerful. Just keep in mind, some Pokemon are gonna be harder to chain catch, especially when they're like a smaller size, or like they're in the water, the hitbox is partly covered, like this Gyarados here. Those are gonna be essentially harder to chain catch at all times. Some Pokemon might enter a glitch state quite quickly. If it doesn't work, it's okay. It's just like an extra bonus kind of like attempt. Just see it as that. Don't get discouraged by it. It is a hard thing to get used to. I have years of experience at this point, so it's something I don't struggle with. But you might at the start. Just keep on trying, keep on practicing, and eventually this is going to be very helpful to just, you know, get some reattempts in before you have to completely reset the situation. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned a bit of stuff here.